2. Hey, press 1, 2.
So we can show this and then we can turn around and start
Hello, Boston! Welcome to Pride Month! We're JP Honk, along with other members of the Honk community, so happy to be helping raise the flag today at the start of Pride. Now we're going to do a little Herbie Hancock.
Give it up for the JP Honk Band. Hello, Boston. Happy Pride. Feel free to take a seat. Tell your friends, tell all your colleagues to come take an early lunch break and come hang out with us. We're about to start our speaking portion in a second. The JP Honk Band will be back to play. We also have resource tables. We have the Boston Dyke March, who is having their event this Friday. Learn more information over there with the rainbow flag. We also have the Boston Public Health Commission and Ryan White Commission here as well, so feel free to check out our table. And then thank you all for coming. Shout out to property management, our sound, NBC, all of our press, and thank you all. So feel free to take a seat and we'll start the program very shortly. To get started. Yes, there is still more tables, more space available, so tell all your friends, tell all your colleagues to come. All right, we're gonna get started with our speaking portion. My name is Candace. I am our community relations specialist for the Mayor's Office of LGBTQ plus Advancement. Today's Pride flag raising wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for our amazing partners. And to set the tone of pride and what's coming up in this year's theme of In Living Color, I would like to invite the president of Boston Pride for the People, Adriana Bolin.
Happy Pride! So good to be here with you all. My name is Adriana Bolin. I use pronouns like she and her, and I'm here representing Boston Pride for the People. The mission of Boston Pride for the People is to celebrate the beauty, rich diversity, and unique culture of our LGBTQ plus communities through commemoration, celebration, empowerment, and education. So this is our second year of doing Pride, y'all, and we're so excited. We have over 300 contingents who have signed up to march with us. Over 300, and we're just so proud of everyone that wants to be in community with us to march in our parade starting at 11 a.m. in Copley Square, and we'll make our way to the Boston Common at around 12. There will be a festival that begins at the Boston Common. We'll have speakers, entertainers. We'll have over 200 vendors in that space and a number of amazing areas for you all to engage and be in community. And then right here at City Hall Plaza at 2 p.m. is our 21 plus block party, okay? Okay, we'll be having our family fun at Boston Common, and then invite you to come over here at 2 p.m. for our 21 plus events. We'll have a beer garden. We also have entertainers here, vendors. It's gonna be a great, great time. We have a town hall scheduled tonight from 4:30 to 5:30. If you're interested in hearing a little bit more about what we have planned, I invite you to join that. You can get more information about registering by going to our website, bp4tp.org, and visit the town hall tab. So this year, as you heard, our theme is Still Here in Living Color. Okay, we still here in living color. Still Here describes our bold, active, and dedicated presence as LGBTQ plus communities. We are still here advocating for our right to exist and live as our authentic selves. In Living Color describes our richness, our intersections, our nuance, our beauty in living loudly outside the binary and norm. Many have come before us, have set the foundation and sparked the flame on the torch that we all now carry forward in supporting our communities. One of those individuals that we would like to recognize is Anne McGuire. Anne McGuire, a lesbian trailblazer, passed away this past December. And passionately advocate, you know passion? Y'all know what passion feels like? Passion, and passionately advocated for the LGBTQIA plus community, women's health and healthcare access. Her many successes include creating a lesbian community, managing Somewhere, one of the Boston's former lesbian bars, and running Elaine Noble's historic 1974 campaign, making Noble the first out LGBTQ plus person elected to any state legislature in the country. That's huge. That is huge. That's progress. Anne helped run campaigns for several candidates, including Mass State Rep Sarah Peake, P-Town Selectman David McChesney, and the Boston Mayor Thomas Menino. She also advised Governor Maura Healey during her 2015 State Attorney General campaign. At City Hall, this space that we are all in community here together, Anne served as the mayor's liaison to the LGBT community from 1984 to 1987. And in 1987, the first pride flag that we're about to raise here today, the first pride flag was flown in 1987, almost 4 decades later. We remember and honor Anne's work to make the world a better place. Thank you for joining us in community, and happy Pride.
Thank you, Adriana. I would like to invite representations from Road of Rainbows, also known as the Boston Theater Company, if they could come up and share some words about their event that's happening this weekend as well.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ramon Ballesteros. I am one of the counselors of Road of Rainbow Pride 5K, which is created by Boston Theater Company. Road of Rainbows is the first truly inclusive 5K run or walk in Massachusetts. It's happening this Saturday, June the 8th, at the Boston Common Brewer Fountain. Road of Rainbows is as much about running as it is about being yourself and letting your inner unicorn fly. Road of Rainbows is one of the few and only gender-neutral athletic events. We have no gender sign-up and also no gender awards. This is huge. In fact, our awards go to the best dressed. So lace up your shoes and put on your best costume to run the rainbow. Road of Rainbow is also an American Sign Language interpreted, American Disabilities accessible, and all tickets are paid, while you can include free tickets to everyone who needs them. Participants of all athletic abilities are welcome because you can run or walk at your own pace. If you run all 3 laps fast, or even if you just walk 1, everyone gets a rainbow medal and free ice cream. Also banana. Road of Rainbows is created by a nonprofit that we believe in Pride 365 and work to support local queer artists, not just in June, but all year long. We hope to see you there. Happy Pride.
All right, who's gonna win that best dressed costume contest? We'll have to find out. I also would like to invite the Boston Dyke March if they could come up and speak. Their event is happening this Friday, and they'll give some more details about that. Feel free to clap for them.
everyone. Can you hear me? All right, cool. My name is Hamill. I use any pronouns. I'm from the Boston Dyke March. If you're not familiar with our event, we were started in 1995 as a protest against the corporatization of Pride and the narrow focus of traditional Pride events on a small subset of the community. We believe in anti-capitalism and gender liberation for all, and our traditional audiences are queer women and trans people of all genders. Our event this year will have 67 community tables, as well as musicians, speakers, and our 2-mile march. It's ASL interpreted with an accessibility vehicle at the end for those who can't do the whole march, and anyone who needs it. We hope to see you Friday, and we're over there if you want any more information. Thank you.
Masks are required for the Boston Dyke March this Friday. I also want to shout out a very special person to me is Chastity Bowick in the building. So Chastity has definitely paved the way for a lot of the trans women, trans leaders that are coming around. She created the Trans Emergency Fund in Massachusetts and have been such a great partner with Chastity Consultant Talent and Group. I would love to invite the current president of the Trans Emergency Fund. She will definitely help you with winning the Best Dress Award at Roto Rainbows. Give it up for the National Showgirl Supreme title holder, the president of Trans Emergency Fund, Miss Lakia Mondale. As well as Miss Trans Global USA, Trans Massachusetts, as well, Miss Chelsea.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. Can I get, oh, she's filming, so never mind. Go ahead, girl, do you. But just, I want to pick her back off of Candace and give Chastity her love and her flowers, because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be standing in front of you as the board president. She asked me to do her a favor and join the board, and it's nice to say that I'm her auntie. And she was like, Auntie, can you join the board for me? And I was like, I don't know. And she explained her vision, and what she envisioned was having a safe home, a house for all trans people to come to. And that I said yes to. So Chastity, you get your flowers because we appreciate you and thank you. So as you know, my name is Lakia Mondale, and I am the board president of the Transgender Emergency Fund since 2008. We've been the only organization providing support to low-income trans individuals in the state of Massachusetts. We provide financial support for gender-affirming care, IDs, HRT, personal supplies, and other essential items. Last year, we launched a transitioning housing program which allowed up to 8 unhoused trans individuals to receive housing for up to a year. Resources and assistance to become sustainable. Since launching the program, has served over 20 secure permanent housing for our community. Thank you to MOLA, the team, for inviting us to participate in this morning's flag raising. We're incredibly thankful to Mayor Michelle Wu, who announced this past March a $350,000 grant to support our transitional housing program. I have firsthand knowledge of how housing can save someone's life. Safe housing is the single most important thing that we can do to save trans lives. Thank you to Mayor Wu for saying to the trans community, with this grant, this is your city too. You are seen, you belong here, you matter. We are so proud of all that we have accomplished. Without Chelsea Moses, who sits on the board, and your Miss Trans Global, without Sasha standing over there filming as my treasurer, we could not do the things that we do. There are still hundreds of people on the wait list, sadly. go to our website, transemergencyfund.org, to help us expand TEF's work. Join us at our drop-in centers every Thursday in Boston from 3 to 6. Volunteer at Pride events with us around the state, handing out quick HIV kits. Join us on the board. We do seek new board members and welcome anyone who is interested. And also at the end, follow us at the Trans Emergency Fund and make sure you sign on to our newsletter to see any upcoming events. Thank you very much.
All right, we just got a few more events to shout out. Can I have Boston Black Pride up? And then next we're gonna hear from Apex and the Museum of Science with some exciting news. Who's Black Pride?
Good morning, family. My name is Curtis Santos. I'm the Executive Director of Boston Let's Brigade Urban Foundation, in which the last 5 years we have reclaimed Boston Black Pride. This year we are bringing back Boston Black Pride for its 5th year anniversary. We welcome you all to join us. It starts on June 29th until July 7th. So please look out for the flyers, look out for all the information. Please tell a friend to tell a friend. Our service provisions include a lot of service provisions. I won't go through it because I know we have a long show, but please tap in with me, show up, show love. This year is a huge, huge, huge year. So we want all our community to be there with us and unite with us. We start from Franklin Park Zoo for our parade on July 7th until then we go down to Shattuck Picnic area. So please join us, please be a part of us, and happy Pride!
Could we have the former city councilor, also the CEO of Apex, Tito Jackson, come join us, please?
How y'all doing today? When I say Boston, you say pride. Boston. Pride. Boston. Pride. When I say Boston, you say pride. Boston. Pride. Boston. Pride. This is kind of the only part I miss about the job right now, but I want to give a huge, huge shout out to each of you who are coming together, honestly, for what we are and who we are as a city of Boston. My name is Tito Jackson. I am a recovering Boston City Councilor. My pronouns are he and his, and I am so, so happy to be here. When I heard In Living Color, I'm turning 50 next year. I actually thought it was a TV show back in the day. Okay, not everyone gets that one, okay. But I am very, very proud to be here, standing in unity and solidarity with Boston Pride for the People. Mayor Wu, the Office of LGBTQ Plus Advancement. And I want to invite each of you to an event. We at Apex Noir, we are a cannabis dispensary in the city of Boston. Let's give it up for equity in cannabis. We are Boston's first 7-story, full-service experiential cannabis dispensary, edible factory, and we have a beautiful roof deck bar and lounge that is going to be opening. And I am inviting each of you to come out to our first ever formal event, which is called Rise with Pride. It is going to be happening on Sunday, the 9th, and it's a brunch, and we know y'all going to be partying the night before, so therefore it starts at 2 p.m., and this is an event where we are going to celebrate equity in the city of Boston, but we are also going to teach folks about equity in cannabis, where there's huge, huge disparities, where only 2% of folks actually look like me and Darnasia. And also, we are partnering with several organizations. We're partnering with the Office of LGBTQ Plus Advancement, the Office of Black Male Advancement, and also the Office of Economic Opportunity and Inclusion, my sister, Shakia Scott. So I would invite each and every one of you, work up a whole big tummy empty, and come on over. But I finally just want to say the greatness of our city is not merely in the ribbon cuttings of these large buildings that we have out here. The greatness of the city of Boston is really seen in what we do for the least of those who've been forgotten, those who've been left behind. So I would submit to you that the greatness of the city of Boston is determined in what we do for Black, trans, disabled youth. If we were to determine how those young people in our Boston public schools and housing and economic opportunity, how they do, then every single other person in the city of Boston would do well. So I am happy. Also, if y'all want to come march with a brother, we're going to have the most turned up delegation. Apex Noir will be marching this year in Boston Pride for the people. And I want to thank everyone who does this every single day. I just also want to acknowledge, I get to do this with you on Pride, but there are people who have to have this fight every single day of their lives, who have to fight to be seen, who have to fight to be heard, and have to fight to ensure that that equity is real in their life. We have your back, and we stand with you in that fight, and we're going to continue to fight that fight with you. But this weekend, we're going to have a little bit of fun. Happy Pride.
Thank you so much, Tito Jackson. And if this weekend isn't enough, we are celebrating Pride every single day and beyond. And speaking of that, we have an amazing collaboration with the Museum of Science to do a STEM and Beyond Pride event, a big party. And I want to invite Tim Ritchie, who is the president of the Museum of Science, who will share a few words.
Well, thank you, Candace, and it's just a real honor for the Museum of Science to be here. Thank you to Mayor Wu, just all the city councilors who are here today. At the Museum of Science, we believe that science and technology belongs to everyone. Science knows no bounds. It transcends gender, race, and orientation. That's one reason we're devoting this month at the Museum of Science to Pride Month, a month-long celebration of LGBTQA+ scientists and the community as a whole. Just as diversity is the strength of our community, it's also the cornerstone of scientific innovation. When diverse minds come together, we unlock new perspectives and drive breakthroughs that change our world. By ensuring that everyone has the opportunity to engage with science, we foster a more inclusive and vibrant future for all. Our museum is committed to creating a space where everyone can explore, learn, and contribute to the wonders of science. For the past year, we've been building a partnership with the Mayor's Office for LGBTQ+ advancement for this year's Pride Month. Our leader in that effort, James Monroe, is here to tell you more of how the museum will play a role in this wonderful month-long celebration. As I turn things over to James, let me just reiterate my own commitment to building a world where science belongs to each of us for the good of all of us. Each of us, all of us. That means everyone who's here today and everyone in the LGBTQAI+ community. May this month of celebration be a message to the world that everyone belongs. Everyone has something to offer. Everyone is our neighbor, united as we are in the effort to create a future that is humane and sustainable for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm James Monroe. My pronouns are he, him. I am the creative director of programming at the Museum of Science Boston, and I just want to echo Tim's gratitude to Mayor Wu and the Office of LGBTQ+ Advancement for having us today. As Tim mentioned, we have been building over the past year a really strong partnership with Mayor Wu and her office, specifically around engaging and celebrating our LGBTQ+ community at the museum, not just during Pride Month, but every day, all year round. And we're really excited to be formally launching and announcing this partnership today and announcing our very first event together, which is called Slay the Entire Month, STEM and Beyond, which will be happening on Saturday, June 22nd at 7:00 p.m. at the Museum of Science. And this is going to be a really amazing opportunity for us to convene as a community, take over the blue wing of the museum, and celebrate together and throw in a little bit of science, fun, and magic in there as well. And the evening is going to feature remarks from Mayor Wu, Tim, performances from Neon Calypso, music from DJ Coleslaw, special presentations of the museum's iconic lightning show, and so much more. And all of that will be hosted by the one and only Candace Persuasion. And so we hope you'll join us. The great thing is this event is free for all of you and all of our community. All you have to do is go and register for your ticket before capacity runs out. Tickets are on sale as of right this moment on the museum's website at mos.org. And as I said, this is just the beginning of what we are building with the Mayor's Office for LGBTQ plus advancement. We have a lot of plans in store to make sure that our community feels valued, celebrated, and welcome at the Museum of Science every single day, all year round. And we'll share more about our partnership at the event on June 22nd. And finally, the event serves really as the centerpiece for the museum's Pride Celebration Weekend, which will be taking place on June 22nd and June 23rd. All day, our stages and exhibit halls will be activated with speakers and scientists and researchers, artists, organizations, all from our community, sharing about their work and celebrating what it means to be LGBTQ+. And access to the museum will be free that entire weekend as well during the day. All you have to do when you're purchasing your exhibit hall ticket is put the code in PRIDE24. Once again, that's PRIDE24, and that'll get you free access all weekend long. We hope that you, your friends, your family, and your communities will join us. Thank you so much. Happy Pride.
All right, thank you, Museum of Science. I would like to invite our Executive Director of the Mayor's Office of LGBTQ plus Advancement, Julianne Doherty Lee, as well as the rest of the MOLA team to come join us on stage.
Hello, happy Pride, Boston. Before I get started, I would love to formally kick off and start the actual flag raising portion of this amazing press kicker offer for Pride. And so with that, I would love to invite our incredible allies in service, our electeds, to come and stand behind us, as well as our mayor. So we'd love our electeds to come and stand behind us. Hello, everyone. I am Julianne Lee, Executive Director of the Mayor's Office of LGBT plus Advancement. I use she, they pronouns, and it's a true honor to stand here with our electeds, Mayor Wu, and all of you to celebrate this momentum occasion. You have already heard from our incredible local Pride event organizers, so I will make my remarks very brief. Pride is more than a celebration. It is a testament of our resilience and a call to continue the fight of equity. This year's theme, Still Here in Living Color, beautifully encapsulates the vibrant diversity and enduring spirit of our community, as we heard from Adriana. As we raise this flag, we honor the trailblazers who came before us, from Stonewall riots to the countless advocates who fought tirelessly for our rights here in Massachusetts. In particular today, as we raise the Pride flag, we honor the legacy of Anne McGuire, a tireless Boston advocate for the LGBTQ plus community, women's health, and healthcare access. And we are privileged to have her wife here with us today to celebrate her enduring impact. The legacy of Anne and many LGBT plus advocates who fought for the right to exist reminds us how far we've come thanks to their hard work. But we must remember that our journey is far from over. In the face of over 500 anti-trans bills nationwide, including one right here in Massachusetts, our commitment to advocacy and support is more critical than ever. We stand ready to welcome and protect LGBT plus individuals seeking refuge from hostile laws and environments, ensuring Boston remains a beacon of hope and inclusion. The Mayor's Office of LGBT plus Advancement has been at the forefront of these efforts, working tirelessly to empower, protect, promote the rights of Boston's LGBT plus residents. This year, we proudly became the first city in our state to remove sex and gender markers from marriage licenses, a significant step. I also want to acknowledge that the work could not be done without our incredible, amazing leader, Chief Mariangelique Solis-Cavera, who joins us here this morning. Today, we celebrate our achievements, but we must recognize that our fight for LGBT plus rights is interconnected with the broader struggle of collective liberation. I'm going to try that one more time. Collective liberation. We must stand in solidarity with all historically and presently marginalized communities to create a world where everyone can live openly, safely, and equitably. It is my honor and privilege to introduce our steadfast LGBT+ ally and champion of equity, our Mayor, Michelle Wu.
One more big shout out of love for Julianne and the entire MOLA team, please. We are so lucky to have them in the city of Boston. Happy Pride, everyone. Thank you for joining us. And look at this crowd that's been assembled to help kick off Pride Month. I'm probably gonna miss someone, so just shout out who I miss. But I wanna recognize that Boston is a city where every single one of our city councilors has come to the Pride kickoff. They are literally in the middle of budget season right now and adjourned for budget in order to come out and be present and be in community for this. So thank you so much to City Council President Ruthie Louis-Jean, Councilor Gigi Coletta, Councilor John Fitzgerald, Henry Santana, Julia Mejia, Ed Flynn, Tanya Fernandez Anderson, Ben Weber, Aaron Murphy, Liz Braden, Enrique Pepin, Brian Worrell. Wait, who am I missing? Who did I miss? And of course, the fabulous Sharon Durkin. We also are joined by our wonderful friends and allies from the State House, two leaders within this community who are moving and shaking and blazing new trails. Representative Sam Montano and Representative John Moran, thank you for all that you do. Shout out also, we are joined by Consul General from Germany, Sonja Krybich. So thank you so much, Madam Consul General, as well as one of our sponsors and someone you'll hear from in a little bit, former City Councilor and now CEO Tito Jackson. Thanks for your leadership. Scott Knox, who's the director of the Equity Fund at the Boston Foundation. Thank you for making this possible. Tim Ritchie, president of the Museum of Science, and the one and only Grace Sterling Sowell of Bagley. Thank you for being here. Okay, oh, and I also want to shout out, I know there are many city folks here. Okay, raise your hand if you work for the city of Boston. Thank you, we love you, and we're so grateful for all that you do every day. I had a couple of notes in addition to Chief Solis Cervera. We have some of our department heads who are here as well, Commissioner Emily Shea, Commissioner Rob Santiago, and I know there are many more who are all here representing as well. So thank you to everyone. Julianne Lee, Executive Director of our Office of LGBTQ Advancement, Candace Wynn, Donasia Yancey, Kimberly Roten, who are all critical to what we do every single day to support our community. We shout out a few of them, but our partners in the nonprofit and advocacy world have made this possible as well. Apex Noir, Boston Black Pride, Boston Dyke March, Boston Pride for the People, and Road of Rainbows, and some of whom I know have already shared some of their greetings as well. And thank you to our residents, our queer family in Boston, for joining us for today's celebration. As you heard Julianne say, this month is more than that celebration. It's an opportunity to reflect on the long and revolutionary history of Pride and the struggle that brought us to this moment. It has been a struggle firmly rooted in love and justice, and one that has blossomed into some of Boston's most important moments throughout our history. In the 80s, our LGBTQ+ community passed legislation making it illegal to discriminate against someone because of who they love, decades before many other communities did. 20 years ago last month, Boston became one of the first cities in the country to issue same-sex marriage licenses, another win that was only possible because of the work of our queer family, friends, and neighbors building a movement. And all of that continues today through our Office of LGBTQ+ Advancement in partnership with residents, advocacy groups, and nonprofits. We have, as you heard, made Boston the first city in Massachusetts to make marriage licenses gender inclusive. This department has also trained more than 20 other departments and team members across all of the functions of City Hall in our ongoing LGBTQ+ competency training, and invested public dollars into life-saving community infrastructure to lift up and empower our queer residents. Everything from supporting housing stability, legal name and gender changes, to mental health trainings, community building, gender-affirming healthcare, inclusive sports programming, and services for our queer elders. We do this work because we know that for Boston to truly be a home for everyone, it needs to be inclusive of everyone, a space where our LGBTQ+ residents are seen, supported, and celebrated. We do this work in solidarity with our community, and we're so excited to celebrate the progress that we've made as a city throughout the rest of this month. So we're kicking it off with the flag raising today, and then keeping it going on Wednesday with an LGBTQ+ older adult pride luncheon, spending time honoring our elders. This Saturday, we'll have the Boston Pride for the People Parade and Festival, which starts in Copley, marches through the South End, the home of the city's first ever permanent Pride crosswalk, and ends with a festival on the Common. Later that afternoon, there will be a Pride block party right here on City Hall Plaza that's 21+. And I'm sure you've noticed by now, but City Hall has been lit up in Pride colors for the last few nights. We'll be lighting it again tonight and the night of the parade. And if you want to find more events, there's lots more, you can see that at boston.gov. Oh, finally, on June 22nd, we'll be hosting our STEM Pride celebration. STEM stands for Slay the Entire Month. And this is in partnership with the Museum of Science. So thank you again to Tim Ritchie and his entire team. That registration will be live soon, so you can go to boston.gov/LGBTQ to reserve your spot. This is going to be an incredible month, and I can't wait to see everyone at all the various events. Thank you for helping us celebrate and honor the history of Pride and helping us shape the city's future. So now we'd like to invite everyone to turn your attention to the flagpole. Okay, we would like to give voice to the electeds who are here. There are a lot of them. Do we want to nominate City Council President to speak on behalf of the group, and maybe one of the reps as well?
Yes, and Liz Braden.
And Liz Braden, go for it.
Happy Pride, Boston! I am so happy to be here. On behalf of the Boston City Council, I want to thank the Chair of Ways and Means, Councilor Brian Worrell, for letting us have this break so that we could all be here to stand in solidarity. The first Pride was a protest. We stand on the shoulders of Black trans women who have really paved the way for us all to be here. We on the City Council are so lucky to have as our first out queer member, Councilor Liz Braden. So, you know, we are going to be, yes, give her flowers. So we are going to be celebrating, even though there's so much work to do. I'm grateful for this office, the work of everyone in this office. I want to shout out to the queer members of my own staff who are always uplifting and working and centering the queer community. They did that alongside South End resident Brian Landgren in working with the Streets Department to get the first Pride crosswalk in the South End. So shout out to that crosswalk. We'll be there this Saturday. Can't wait to celebrate with all of you and with all of my colleagues. Thank you. Councilor Braden?
Happy Pride, everyone. Happy Pride. I have to say, I arrived in Boston in 1995, and I'd never been to a Pride march or a Pride celebration. In Belfast, we were inclined to wear plastic brown paper bags over our heads so we wouldn't be recognized and lose our jobs. So it was great pride and pleasure that I attended the interfaith service at Old South and stepped out into the bright sunshine and saw a police colour guard and the mayor of Boston there celebrating the Pride community and supporting us, an incredible celebration of the diversity of Boston and the Pride community and the important place that the LGBTQ plus community in Boston that we were celebrating then, way back in '95. We have come a long way. I'm very proud to be the first openly out LGBT member of the City Council, but I know for a fact that I am not that there are other LGBT councillors before me who were not able to be out and proud. So thank you all. Have a wonderful celebration, and remember that freedom's not free. We have to stand up and defend our rights as we go forward. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm John Moran. I'm the state representative from Suffolk 9, which is based in the South End of Roxbury and Dorchester. I'm the first openly LGBTQ plus member of the 9th Suffolk District, and I'm really proud to be here to celebrate with you guys. And I'm here with my colleague and friend, Representative Sam Montano from JP. We are great collaborators at the State House, and I reflected, and I wanted to also say that Chairman Aaron Michaelitz was here a little bit earlier. He had to get back to business that we have going on this week at the State House, so really want to give a shout out to him as well. You know, I was thinking about this morning. This is my second year as a state representative, as a public servant, and you start to think about pride very differently than you did as a private citizen or someone that wasn't really thinking deeply about policy every day. We've made such great strides in the state of Massachusetts, and especially here in the city of Boston, but we have some work to do. We're the 4th most state that bans books, and that can't happen. And we're also, you know, like the rest of Massachusetts and the state and the country as a whole, we have a very alarming rate of LGBTQ plus homelessness that we need to address. So with my colleagues in the State House, we're going to be doing that and other things. And I just want to wish you all a very happy Pride. You want to say anything?
Hi everyone, Sam Montano. Just quickly, I am the only out person of color in the legislature. So of 200 elected officials, there's only me. And so I want us to remember during this Pride time that there's a lot of things that we have to address, but we really need to be uplifting Black and brown youth and Black and brown folks of color, Black and brown LGBTQ folks, because that's who's disproportionately being affected by a lot of these policies. We're already seeing in Massachusetts and other states across the country as they implement more laws regulating trans bodies, LGBTQ folks, folks' ability to access their rights and protections that over the years we have codified. We're watching it impact our folks of color, our LGBTQ folks, our trans folks at a disproportionate rate. So remember that. You're probably going to be seeing more folks come through the Commonwealth because of our policies and because of the Commonwealth that we're creating. I also want to thank the Council and Mayor Wu for all of their great work, because Boston is leading on LGBTQ issues. We're constantly revolutionizing and evolving. And so when you're out here celebrating Pride, be joyful, remember all the great things that we've accomplished, but also to remember that we have a lot of work to do. And Pride was originally a riot, an opportunity to protest, an opportunity to say that we need to do more, and to remember and center those folks of color in our conversations. Thank you.
Okay, we'll cue the band as we raise the pride flag.
Could I also invite, sorry, Ben. Could I also invite the people who spoke about their events, Boston Pride for the People, Road of Rainbows, Museum of Science, Dyke March, Trans Emergency Funds, to come raise the flag with our mayor as well. All right, hit it, JP Honk. No, you're fine, you're fine.
Always good to see you, Mayor.
Already? Hey, Ben, hop in. We probably needed a break. Yeah, we didn't really get too far.
You did your job.
Yeah. Leave some for us. There you go.